Hello, 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 my friends. It's me, Mel. How are you doing out there? Whoa, here we are on another Monday. It is Monday, January 20th. Woo! Oh, it is Martin Luther King Day today. It is the inauguration of our 47th president, President Voldemort. And so much is happening, so much has happened. And I'm here, Mel, Enlightened Spirit, to give you guys a little light, to help you navigate this crazy place we called life. This place that we got no real instruction manual on how to live, but we are all doing our damnedest. We are all doing our best to hashtag live enlightened and spiritual AF. So, this is Spiritual as Fuck, and I'm here to bring you guidance with my oracle cards and channeled messages. A little bit about me. If you happen to get a chance to get a reading with me in person, I recommend you do so because I make a soul to soul connection with you and I help bring to light your treasures, your gifts, your obstacles, your concerns, and we learn how to leverage them so you can be activated in your highest and greatest good. And it is so possible. It's happened for me. And that's why I give along this gift of helping others be activated for their highest and greatest good because it's been done for me and it is my pleasure to do so with you and for you. A little house cleaning just so you are aware. I'm throwing a party. Yes. Um Saturday, February 15th, the Saturday after Valentine's Day, I'm hosting a Love, Healing, Hope Psychic Fair at the Awaken Center for Human Evolution. This is in Plymouth Meeting Mall in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania. We are going to have a host of amazing readers, tremendous healers, awesome goods to purchase from salt and tea and jewelry, all the accoutrement that you could possibly desire to hashtag live enlightened and spiritual as fuck. You will be able to get Akashic record readings. You'll be able to get past life readings. You'll be able to get energy healings. You will be able to get soul to soul enlightenment with me, Mel, and so many of my, and a few of my really great friends. So I recommend that you not only put Saturday 15th, the Love, Healing, and Hope Psychic Fair on your calendar, but I would invite you to go over to Eventbrite, find this psychic fair in Plymouth Meeting Mall at the Awaken Center, and then schedule a reading. Book a reading with me, or with Deb, or with Debbie, or with pranic healing. We're adding more practitioners as the weeks go by, but schedule your reading, schedule your healing. So when you get there, you know exactly what you're there for. And so you can keep a high vibration and enjoy yourself on that Valentine's Day weekend. I have been working diligently to make this event spectacular. So come on down Saturday, February 15th from noon to 6:30 to get some love. You can come with a partner, you can come with yourself. Either way, we are giving away some love, healing, hope, and light. And so we hope you're going to take advantage of the opportunity and come visit us there. Don't worry, you're going to hear a lot more about this wonderful psychic fair as the weeks come because I'm putting my all into it and I will not stop talking about it. But we are now at that time of our show where we use my wonderful cards, the affirmators or affirmators, however you decide to say these are just some pretty awesome cards that are kind of self-help, but without the self-helpiness, right? They're not corny cards. They're spiritual as fuck. So as I shuffle, oh, we got something that jumps out. And again, why is it that this card always jumps out? Okay, feel free to put your questions in the chat box. I'm here to answer them. But again, this card right here, courage, 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 has jumped out again. And I'm technically not surprised because I'm psychic, but but I'm not surprised, and yet I am so very heartened because this card is trying to tell us all that no matter what goes down in the next few days, next few weeks, the next few months, for the rest of your life, you're going to want to start right now cultivating courage. Okay. Many of us have been able to bypass this cultivation. We just maybe have just accepted things, or we let something slide, turning us into doormats. We've allowed things that were harmful to us to just burrow themselves into our psyche, our auras, our spirits, and maybe built resentments about them. But it's this is now the time for us to be courageous and examine the shit that's pissing you off. Okay? Just fucking look at it. It's not as bad as you think it is. And when you look at it, you will be able to take better measures. You'll be able to claim more strategies in dealing with the shit that's pissing you off, dealing with the shit that makes you feel lonely, dealing with the shit that makes you feel sad and depressed. You'll have more of a toolkit to deal with these things if you start to exemplify courage at looking at them. Okay. Now, you don't have to look at them alone. There are people like me, people like my readers and healers at the psychic fair in February. There's so many people out there. There are self-help groups. There are anonymous groups, CODA, Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. These programs, these people are here to help you look at this shit that's going on in your life so you can be a co-conspirator, a co-operator, a co-creator in changing your life. Right now, this card is saying, let's have some courage and evoke change. Let's have some courage and do that scary thing that is emblematic of our wildest dreams. And why? Because this is the only damn life we got so far. Okay? Yeah. Even if you believe in reincarnation, this is the only damn life we got. So, what the hell are you doing with it? What are you not doing with it? Either way, if you find yourself making decisions based off out of fear or based off of looking good, this card is saying that that's not going to be a sustainable course of action in the long run. Right now, today, you're going to start looking at what courage means to you and start focusing on being more courageous, right? And courageous is not just a mindset. Courageous is an action. And you can't think yourself into being a different person. You can only act yourself into being a different person. So you have to do things that make you feel courageous. Like what? Getting up in the morning when you don't feel like getting up in the morning. Going to the bank when you don't feel like going to the bank. You know, opening up your mail, picking up the phone and asking someone for help. Picking up the phone just because it rang. We There's too much going on in this world for us to be living in fear, and we need to get it together if we're going to have a legacy that we're going to look back at and say, hey, I did the damn thing. I'm pretty proud of myself. So enough out of me. Let's see what the card actually has to say about courage. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see what it says. Courage. No one is fearless. No one. Even I'm not fearless. But even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to fear and kick it in the nuts. Then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. Yes, we're asking you to kick fear in the nuts. Kick it like a speed bag. That is what we're asking you to do with fear. Our lives are too short to be making decisions based out of fear, to be prisoners out of fear. And the funny thing is that many times the fear is not something that's outside of us. The fear is something that's living in our own brains, perceptions, ideas, and thoughts that we have turned into the shackles and bars that hold us prisoner. So we're going to stop it. And we're going to do some things differently so we can be courageous. Moving right along. Resistance. Yeah, we are resisting, right? We all are. I know I'm resisting a lot of stuff. And I know I'm not alone with that. But this card here, Gang Gang Sarah, is actually saying that we are literally resisting the things that are coming into our lives that help us to be more courageous. We're resisting the things that help us see our abundance. We're resisting the things that are showing up in our lives that are telling us that we are protected, we are guided, and we are loved. And why are we doing that? Why are we resisting these things that are good for us? Well, I know that I resist some things because they don't look the way I want them to look, right? I want abundance to look like a windfall of millions and millions of dollars. And so because I don't see that the money, the paper rolling in, I think I'm not abundant. And so therefore I'm not experiencing the joy of being abundant, right? But I am abundant in other ways. Hey guys, I'm abundant in other ways. I'm abundant with my friends. I'm abundant with my time. I'm abundant with my energy. But when I resist something that shows up in my life that speaks to my abundance because it doesn't look the way I want abundance to look, that is the resistance that this card is talking about. And that is me not being courageous. That is me making prisons yet again with my own thoughts, my own ideas, and my own behaviors. And so, what are you resisting because it doesn't look, it hasn't shown up the way you want it to look? All right. Another way that we resist things, the way we resist our gifts, is because sometimes it's too damn scary to be happy. Sometimes it's too damn scary to be glad, or too damn scary to feel like we're not in the shit kicker, you know? Sometimes adopting a feeling like contentment and satisfaction, joy, or peace is too scary. And we will never admit that it's too scary to be happy, but we will actually gently guide ourselves to feeling miserable, or find a reason to feel lonely, or find a reason to be, despondent, because the feelings, the emotions, the sensations associated with a sensation we've always wished for, contentment, satisfaction, happiness, joy, fearlessness, is just too much to handle. And that is when courage comes back, right? Especially if you've asked for change in your life, this means you're going to experience sensations, emotions, and behaviors that you've never experienced before. And those may be your new happy. Those may be your new glad. Those may be your new contentment. Those may be your new fearlessness. We don't want you to resist it. We want you to take it in, right? And examine it. And when fear shows up and says, oh, no, no, you better not do that, because what if you fall on your face? You're going to kick fear in the nuts. And you're going to say, you know what? I much rather experience this new sensation because it may lead me to joy, happiness, peace of mind, rather than resist this new sensation, feeling, or idea because it's something I'd have never experienced before and I'm scared. You're not going to build your own prison anymore. Don't do it. It's not recommended. I'm trying my damnedest not to as well. The next card. Quiet time. I got you. Yeah, no. Quiet time is so important, right? So here we are talking about being courageous and learning, identifying where you are resisting, the good things in your life. It's really hard to identify all of those things and the more things to come if we don't give ourselves the space to be quiet, if we don't give ourselves the space to reflect. And the good news is that it's winter and it's cold, and so this is the perfect time to put yourself in a little cocoon and to not spend your days scrolling through Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, because TikTok is back now, apparently. Not to spend your days scrolling, but give yourself a chance to stare at the wall, or allow yourself to sit down and listen to some frequency emboldening music. Give yourself a chance to listen to your own breath. Can you hear your own heartbeat? If you can learn how to hear your own heartbeat or to hear your own breath, you are well on your way to learning how to be more quiet. When we are quiet, the stirrings of our hearts, those deep, dark corners, they become a little bit more clear, and we can really see what we're working with here. There are some things that don't bring us joy, we think are are just representative of the way we were raised, or representative of the traumas and dramas we experience in this lifetime. Although this is true, there are some things that we experience in this lifetime that come from past lifetimes. There are some traumas and dramas we have accepted because our family members went through it, and we have kind of allowed their dramas and traumas to attach onto us. How do you know what's yours if you don't allow yourself to get quiet so you can open up your eyes, open up your ears, open up your heart to hear what you're really saying and doing with yourself? Quiet time is so important at this stage of the game. And the universe, angels, spirit guides, Jesus, Buddha, Satan, Allah, Pele, Kale, Hecate, whoever you call on that's running this shit show, is asking you to take some time and be quiet. It doesn't have to be a whole hour or 30 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 heartbeats. Get quiet so you can see where you are, so you can determine where you want to go. Moving right along, right? Joy. Okay, so this lifetime is not easy, right? I've already explained this like 1,000 ways from yesterday, right? This lifetime is not freaking easy. We are here to show up, to do the fucking work, right? Look at ourselves, learn how we're going to navigate to the best of our ability, maybe contribute something to help somebody else, do something to make our hearts sing. And no matter what, in the end, we have to have some joy. So when you go to work, you have to give yourself a pat on the back and say, good job, I went to work. And then you go home, you make some food, and then you put some joy in that food, right? Maybe you play some music while you're cooking. Maybe while you're doing the dishes, you're singing a silly song or you're dancing. What brings you joy? This quiet time is also asking you to figure out what brings you joy again, because there is not enough joy. And so some people might be saying, well, if I'm so damn scared all the time and I'm pushing everything away, and now you want me to be quiet and keep it to myself, what's there to be joyful about? Well, that's a pretty reductive way of looking at everything. The joy is that you have the ability, and you've received the permission to look at yourself, to dig deeper. That is something to be very joyful about, because I don't know about you, but my mother and her mother and my father and his father and generations before that, doing self-development and self-discovery was not permitted. It was not encouraged. It was not even something anybody thought about. And so you had all these people running around with power and guns, shooting each other up and causing a fucking ruckus, and not understanding why they were doing things, why they were causing themselves and others more pain. We, in this generation, we're actually the best generation there is, in my opinion, because we are giving each other permission to look at ourselves, because we know we can't control other people. We can't control what's going on the outside. We can only control what's going on in ourselves. We're being asked to be courageous enough to look at ourselves, to stop resisting those things that don't make us feel so great or don't look the way we want them to look because we are fearful, right? To get quiet and really dig deep and see what's going on with ourselves so we can open up more pathways to joy. Joy is our food here. Joy is our bread and butter. I will tell you that I have been grinding away the past few weeks. I have been making videos, I have been writing, I have been doing a lot of things so I can publish a bunch of stuff in the end of January, right? I'm going to party next Saturday, this coming Saturday. Going to dance my ass off. I'm rewarding myself with this huge ass pocket of joy because that is my right. That is my responsibility. I cannot wait for somebody else to give me joy or provide an opportunity for joy. When I work hard, I'm allowed to go into a place of joy because I have the capability to work hard, because I'm proud of the fruits of my labor. And so I've made space for joy. Are you making space for joy? If you are not making space for joy, we're asking you, why are you resisting making space for joy? Is it the money? Is it the time? Is it the people? Whatever it is, we're asking you to be courageous and say, fuck the money, fuck the people, fuck the time. Make the time. Find new people. Hey, spend the money or find something that doesn't cost any money. But we're asking you to be courageous enough to use joy, find joy, be in joy, so you can be happier, healthier, with more freedom, with more love, with more empowerment. And why? Because we've only got one life to live. This is it. What are you doing with it? If you were to die tomorrow, what would you say? What would people say about your lifetime? Would they say, oh, damn, you know what? They really did enjoy their lives. Would people say, hey, they found happiness, they found all these adventures, they found peace of mind, even though their life looked like a shit show from the outside? What are people going to say when you die? Not that we really care what people are going to say, but it's a really good practice to think about, what does your life look like from the outside in? Are you being courageous? Are you resisting things because they don't show up the way you want them to show up, or they're too scary for you to comprehend? Are you taking the time out to see how you really truly are operating in this experience? Are you making time for joy? Are you making space for joy? If you're not, then get on it. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to, there's so many wonderful light workers out there. Reach out to us. We will help you find pockets of joy. We will help you manage your quiet time. We will help you catalog all the things you desire for yourself so you can make a plan in acquiring them, for experiencing them. And so moving right along to our last cards of the day. Actually, let me pull these up just so you guys are aware. These are my friends, my friends, my friends, my friends. Come on. Here they are. I use the African goddesses. I use the goddesses, ascended masters, fairies. Use past life cards, which not in this reading, but in my other readings. I also use talking to heaven cards, and these are the cards we're going to pull from now. I've been really enjoying the talking to heaven cards as of late because I've been expanding my work as a medium, but also because part of my mission on this earth is to let you all know that death is not the end. There's no such thing as death. Just because a person's body is no longer living, right? Or even in bodily shape, right? Doesn't mean that person and that energy and that personality is gone. The first rule of thermodynamics: energy cannot be created or destroyed, it is only transmuted. So, what do you think happens to the energy that is Melanie once this body dies? I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm probably gonna haunt some motherfuckers. I'm gonna haunt you. I'm gonna haunt you. I'm gonna haunt you. And I'm also going to do amazing fun things and learn about this existence. I'm going to grow, and then maybe I'll have an opportunity to come back down. Maybe I won't. But either way, the energy that is me, the energy that is you, never, ever, ever dies. And we can be in touch with that energy if we just open ourselves up to it. And so that's what I've been doing with mediumship, opening myself up to the energies of those who've transitioned. And through this work, I've been able to get some messages. I get messages channeled into me from their spirit guides, from my spirit guides, from the people sitting across from me, their spirit guides. But I also get messages from my handy dandy talking to heaven cards. And so up there, all of our friends who've transitioned, who now know what we do not know. What is a message that we should take with us this week? What is some knowledge that you can share with us from the other side? So here it is. They're watching over us every single day. Not in the creepy, pervy way. No. Every one of the spirits that we've encountered, especially when they transition, they are all still so very connected to us. And Those who have transitioned, they love us so much that they are literally watching over us. They are guiding us. They are showing us opportunities. They are showing up with messages. They are allowing us to fall. They're allowing us to make mistakes, but they are watching. They are guiding. They are supporting. They are rooting for us. And so if you're feeling alone, we're asking you to not. Don't feel alone. That person that you think has passed on is still thinking of you and still loves you and is now closer to you than they could have ever possibly been in this current lifetime. As pure light and energy, they are able to go anywhere and do anything at any time they desire. And that's something that could perhaps bring you some more joy. Anyone can connect with those who've transitioned, especially if they're watching over us every day. You just have to want to do the work and avail yourself to all the wonderful literature, the readers, the healers, the practices out there to help you connect with the subtle energies that are swirling around you, the subtle energies that are working with you, that are working for you, so you can be the best version of yourself. So you can live hashtag enlightened and spiritual as fuck. And so this is the end. With 3 minutes left, I want to thank you all today for bearing with me. Sometimes I get here and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. But I put on a little bit of lipstick, I put on my house music, and I know I'm going to see wonderful people showing up online. Hello, hello, hello. And again, next time, next Monday, feel free to put your questions in the chat box and I will answer your questions live with my cards with channeled messages, so you can live hashtag enlightened and spiritual AF. So until we meet again, until, have a good one. Let's dance it out. Dance it out, dance it out, dance it out. Happy Monday.